Okay, welcome back everybody. As I'm sure you're aware, this is still the same video. Technically, the same flight, the same day of flying. But I left the last video in Anchorage, and we're still here. Still on this military base, which I'm hesitant to look up. The indicator is Alpha Echo Delta, Papa Alpha Echo Delta, which I believe means Pacific, Alaska. And then I don't know what it Ed something. I really don't know what the name of this base is. I used to know them. That information is kind of pointless now, so. We are going to head... Oh, such a long little flight. Oh my god. To whatever this is. Unalakleet, I think. And it's like a 2,000 meter runway, so it's fine. But this is like our last stop in North America, to be honest. So, probably gonna be a short video for you, but a long flight for me. So, let's go ahead and turn ourselves around. And we'll head out the way we came. We're still headed north, too. That's the crazy part. Like, there is a lot left north to go. And we're not going to, like, the northernmost point. But we might as well be. Fuel full. Alright, here we go. Keep it on the line. Pull back a little bit. Come on. Pull back a little bit. Jesus. Gear up. And then straighten out. That ridge, it weirds me out that ridge exists right there. But I don't know, I'm not a planner of any kind, so I wouldn't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe it helps. Maybe there's an updraft. Oh man, okay. This is gonna be a long flight. Like a good 40-minute flight for me, I think. Maybe an hour. Who knows? Full tank of gas, though. It might even be dark. I did not even think about that. Well... okay. I guess I'll, see you guys in a little bit. Really quick, I just want to point out how strange this is. Where's my mouse? There is a lot of city right here. But there's almost nothing on this coast. It is very strange. Like, I'm about... I really don't know. Like, I'm far enough away from the downtown of it that were we in San Antonio, this would still be populated. There'd still be people everywhere. But for being as big a city as Anchorage is, I'm actually very surprised at how little is out this far. So, yeah. Just wanted to mention that. I just wanted to mention a couple things that I've noticed. So, occasionally when flying over really remote areas, you'll find stuff like straight lined. Like stuff that looks like a straight line. I'm trying to find an example. I guess back there is probably a better example, but I'm not turning around. And you think to yourself, is that a road? Or is it, like, God damn it, I keep doing the same thing every single time. Accidentally pressing the space bar. See, like that's definitely a road. Don't know if you can see that, but it's snaking across. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's a frozen waterway that Microsoft Flight Sim just placed there. But that's my point. Like, it's following the river. What about that? Is that a road? And it's like sometimes even the terrain, because of the way that it was grabbed from satellite images, doesn't always match up. So you have to kind of guess sometimes as to whether it's a formation that's been done. Am I about to catch up with somebody? You know what? Yes, I am. Let's do an intercept real quick. Let's break up the monotony. But I mean, like, sometimes the terrain is, like, so cut up. What is ASA? Asiatic Air or something like that? Air Alaska? Sometimes you just don't know. And I mean, sometimes, like, the terrain breaking up, any kind of terrain popping, texture popping, whatever it is, like, it all kind of how to scare people 101. It all kind of, like, breaks immersion sometimes. Like, and especially the Oculus popping me out of the seat like it's been doing. That never would happen in a flight sim. Or in a flight. It wouldn't happen. It just straight up would not. So, having it happen ruins it for a little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still looking at, like, a fully developed world through 3D, through the technology of virtual reality, flying around the world. So, pick my battles, I guess, but sometimes I just don't know. I don't know. Is my Oculus broken or something? It's literally moving the Guardian. Because I'm sitting on the edge of the freaking Guardian. Alright. This is an issue that I will be addressing as soon as... It's definitely the Oculus. It's not the freaking... It's nothing else. Nothing else is going on. Just the Oculus. And I can see the Guardian moving. How far do we have left? Not much. Okay. So, we're going to land. I'm going to break this thing over a... over my leg or something. I reset this Guardian several hundred times. We should not be right up against it. Like, I don't know if it's gonna show. Now, this is about the edge on this side. But I mean, I'm not even close. This is the middle. This is the middle of the Guardian now. Like, what is going on? The ground is not even right. Okay, well, we're probably about 5 minutes away. That looks like Arctic Ocean up there. I've just about had it with this Oculus. Okay. Let's start our descent. I'm sorry. I know you can hear the frustration in my voice, but I'm honestly really tired of doing this. Because I've been doing it quite a lot. I've been having to deal with this for a little bit, and it doesn't make sense, right? Like, I'm sitting at a desk. The Guardian's ground is at least 2 feet below where it's supposed to be. I already see the runway. Blinking in the distance. Well, after this, we have no more North America to go through until the very end. Next stop is Russia. So, it's going to be quite a boring flight. I know I have it on the flight plan, and I've had it since I started today. Like 3 or 4 videos ago. But I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't know how much time I have left on the Oculus, and I really don't want to have to keep dealing with this Guardian issue. Until I figure out what is going on with that, I'm going to delay my next flight. Come on. What are you doing? Ooh, yep, Quest battery power low. So, it's definitely time. Oh, Jesus, what are you doing? Well, that was almost a catastrophe. Alright. Take her in. Then call it for the day. Aircraft is doing straight up fine. I haven't had any issues with the aircraft. Like, legitimately. Oculus, on the other hand. Go straight. Just go straight. Just go a little bit straight. Yeah, there wouldn't be much of a hop. But I'd rather just not do it right now. Alright, well, I guess I can just end it here. We don't necessarily have to take it in. I'm still going to do it because I'm a completionist. But, thank you for coming along. I don't think we're going to have another helicopter tour until we get to Tokyo. At least that's my plan. I might fly. This is probably a dumb idea, but I might fly. No, you know what? Maybe I'll fly the Diamond around Japan. That is a good plane to fly. It might take a while, but does have autopilot, which is great. I didn't exactly get to use it much in here. But at least I know how to use the Oculus and the Diamond. Or not the Oculus, the autopilot and the Diamond. So, obviously we'll do a tour in Tokyo. But and take this this baby will be with us the whole time, all the way down to probably Sapporo, or right after we get to Hokkaido, because I think there's one airport in between, or one airport at the end of Hokkaido that we're at the beginning of Hokkaido. I mean, oh, shut up. One airport at the beginning of Hokkaido that I'm planning on landing on. I didn't realize there was a runway right there. Why did it give me the long one? It probably wasn't long enough. Oh well. Doesn't matter. We put her down. Yeah, so that's the plan for next couple of flights. Hopefully, I kind of do these in like 3 or 4 video stretches. So even though this video is gonna probably come out like the 12th or something of February, it's still technically the 4th. And I just release it like, in pieces. So it's like I'm planning on the next time I fly to hopefully do, I mean, at least here to Japan. But since Japan is like, you know what? Let's take a look at the. I actually don't know if I can do that. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Yeah, actually, give me a second. Let me check something out real quick. Okay, I think this will probably work. So, today we start off in Portland. I had actually planned to. What's Mount Hood? I was right, and that was Mount Adams, that weird mountain up there, and I guess it's Mount St. Helens, and that was Mount Rainier. I wish I'd known. I would have gotten a closer look. Mount Rainier is actually a coffee brand, I think, in Japan at least. So yeah, we start off here, headed over towards Mount Hood. Coasted past Seattle. I actually had PC helicopters marked. Where was it? Oh, it was a lot closer to the airport than I thought. We flew like this way. So yeah, Abbotsford. This is the route that I intended to take. Up to Port Douglas, which I guess that wasn't the airport. But yeah, let's see. Coasted near Vancouver. I don't remember if I have these all marked. Oh yeah, no, we didn't do this exactly, did we? We hit Bella Coola as our first waypoint. And then Prince Rupert. That's right. So let's do this. And then we'll edit it later. Anyway, yeah, we flew into Bella Coola. Actually came along this route until we hit the runway. And then took off from Bella Coola, hit Prince Rupert. And then Prince Rupert to Juneau. Juneau to Glacier Bay. Then Glacier Bay to Valdez. Tried landing here, but this is a steep drop, and it came at it from this side, so It really wasn't gonna happen. Um, we went to Anchorage, and then cut across to. That's not where we went. We went to Unalakleet. Yeah, I'll have to modify this whole thing, but we definitely didn't land at Kotzebue. We landed at Unalakleet, and so our next port of call on the map is Enadire. We might try to cut it up by landing in Nome or Savunga, I think, has an airport. Yeah. And I know these are in Flight Sim as well, so it's not like we're just landing someplace. So this one might be easier. Maybe it won't be. I don't know. But yeah, Savunga is like or Gamble or Savunga is like a good halfway point, so we might just do that. And then Anadire, we're going south to Ustpakachi, then Yelisovo. This is a segment of a really long set of flights, by the way. So, I mean, none of them are going to be as long as So we didn't actually land a prisoner bird, did we? I don't remember. No, I think we just touch and go. So, uh, from Vancouver to Juneau was a long flight, and nothing really is going to be longer than that. We have Ushwakachi, Yelisovo, uh, Budavestnik, and then Sapporo was the next one. So yeah, I didn't have another flight here. I think I had planned on it at one point, but and then if you look at this, I mean, we covered like a quarter of Japan's length. Um, Practically all of Japan's length in the last two flights alone. So, I could just gun straight over Japan, but considering that I have a couple places I marked here that I want to do tours of, a couple places here that I want to do tours of in Tokyo, um, I don't want to like gun through all of it. I'm just gonna slowly go through the whole thing because I miss Japan. I loved living there. I want to go back. And this is the closest I'm gonna get to doing that. So, we might just. I mean, hell, I might grab like an airliner or something to fly to Sendai, like the A320. Terrible at flying it, but might as well. Something smaller maybe, and then just keep on coming down. There's a ton of little airports along this side of the water, but not much on this side. And Japan is really strange too because like it's small, and you don't think it's small, but when you look at like a map of the airports in United States, right? And you like a good example is California, right? Wait, is it? Ooh. Let's just say the eastern sea or the western seaboard, the west coast, right? There are thousands of airports down here, but there's not many trains, right? So when Japan decided it was going to have a transportation system, it decided upon trains. You can practically get to anywhere in Japan via trains or boats like ferries and stuff like that. So like there's not a lot of air traffic. Um I mean hell there's even a ferry system going all the way down to Okinawa. So it's weird, but there are not a lot of airports in Japan. there's like maybe 25, 30 big ones that I can think of for the whole country, compared to like maybe 2,000 for the United States alone. But anyway, yeah, let's continue going through this. So yeah, next up is Taipei. Then we'll hop over to Hong Kong, Hanoi, Bangkok, and then here's where I deviated a tiny bit: Car Nicobar, Sri Lanka, the Maldives, Diego Garcia, and then a very long hop over to Plane Corail. I don't remember how to pronounce that. Mauritius. Might stop over at Reunion as well. Madagascar, Mayotte, and then over towards Mombasa and Nairobi, and then up to Ethiopia, Khartoum, Aswan in Egypt. Does this even have a name? Aswan? Okay. And then the Cairo, Cambut, Acropolis in Athens is, I don't know why I said Acropolis. Athens is the next one. There's a couple places I want to view here, but we'll just kind of take it slowly there. And then Tirana and Croatia, but I realized I know a lot about Rome. So what we're gonna do is from here, kind of gun it towards Rome, and then come up to Venice and Milan, because doing it the other way just doesn't make any sense to me. Also, Germany I know a lot of, so this flight is pretty much going to be uh, like a mad dash between locations. And I might break it up into a couple so that I can kind of cover more ground. Because if I was to do the whole thing in a helicopter, I'd want to die. Then a short hop over to England, and that's kind of where I left off. I was thinking maybe we do. I really want to come down through the Caribbean again because that was a lot of fun. But that would require, our choices are to go north through Iceland and Greenland and all that, or down along the coast of Africa, which I flew last time, and then over across to Brazil. Don't get me wrong, Brazil. It's very nice to a point. Like I don't want to fly over Brazil again. I flew from. Oh wait, I wanted to go to Buenos Aires this time, didn't I? And we could fly back. I flew over the middle of Brazil last time and it was horrible. I flew from here to Rio, from Bolivia to Rio, from the Salt Flats to Rio, and it was trash. The section was so boring, and this one was way worse. So like I don't know what to do here, but I know that I definitely don't want to come back through much of this. Namibia is one of my favorite places to fly. Right, but coming over from Namibia, not exactly something that I'm looking forward to. You can always go to the Falkland Islands. Yeah, I don't know. Edinburgh of the Seven Seas. Is there a runway? That's a no, Chief. And I have a couple planes that have oh, this one's straight up inaccessible. Pretty sure I can find a way. Nightingale. It's fine that it exists in real life, but if it doesn't exist in Flight Sim, we can't fly there. So, what are you gonna do about it? Ooh, we can come to the Ascension Islands, and there is a runway, probably in Flight Sim as well. This is where I think this is where Bonaparte was exiled to. Am I right about that? Yeah, I wouldn't mind that actually. Oh, I do want to see Dakar as well. And Dakar Rally is famous. And I don't remember what these are. Cape Verde. Yeah. Anyway, I'll figure it out. If anybody actually is interested in what I'm doing and is watching this and wants a particular place, I will try my best to reach it, as long as it's not too far out of the way. Um, yeah. Yeah, I think that's it, to be honest. Um, I'll see you guys in the next videos. Bye.